Hello, welcome. In this tutorial we're going to cover the side toolbar in Google Forms. We covered the top one in the previous video, so if you have any questions about that, I highly recommend you watch that tutorial. Now, the toolbar down here has some really great functions. So the first function is to add a question. So anytime you want to add a question, you can always go to the plus sign and click Add Question. Now by default, it's multiple choice. You do have the option after hitting the Add Question button to change what type of question you're going to use. Now, these different types of questions have really great purposes. So, for example, short answer is great for collecting, first name, last name, or like it suggests, a short answer. Paragraph, if you want them to write a summary or a short essay, this is a great one to use. Multiple choice is great for, finding out what the student knows and probing for their depth of knowledge. Checkbox is another way to do it. It gives students the opportunity to select multiple items and submit them as opposed to only being able to select one item. Drop down just changes the same thing like checkboxes, but in multiple choice it drops down and they select. File upload is really cool because this means that a student can actually from any device add attachments and share them to you and upload them to you. And why would you do this? Maybe it's a science lab and I have them complete out some documentation and then they snap a picture of their lab to document evidence and submit it to me. So that's a cool way to use that in a science classroom. Linear scale, if I want to get them to rate something. And again, you've got multiple choice grid and checkbox grid, which means maybe there's certain types of columns and choices I want them to choose from. And again, if I want them to put in a date, select the date and the time, those are all the different types of field questions you can input. Okay, the next tool is a title and description bar. And again, you can add titles and description bars throughout your Google form to add more information to the section within that section. That's really nice. Again, knowing that you can grab where the three dots are and left click and drag and move that anywhere you want to move it. The same thing works for your questions. So if you ever want to reorder them, you have that. Okay, make sure you also click where you want the next thing to go afterwards so it doesn't get mixed up. So right now I clicked on the last question down here. So that means whatever I do here will go below it. The next thing is an image. You just click Add Image, and then again you can search for it. You can go in your Google Drive. You can look it up by its URL address, take a snapshot. What I'm going to do is simply take a picture that I have on my desktop and drag it into here. And there's my picture. And the three dots here let you center it. And again, if you click on the picture, you can always resize the picture by dragging on the blue dot. The next thing is a video. I can search for Bill Nye, and I already did this, and I can click Bill Nye and hit select. And now I have a video in my Google form. And the reason why you'd use a video is maybe you want students to watch content that has information you want them to learn, and you're flipping your classroom instruction, and after this video there's a series of questions you're assessing them on to see what they learned from the video. The last thing is a section break, and this allows you to create new sections so that when a student takes your quiz or your Google form, they're not just scrolling down one long never-ending screen of questions. They can get broken up into chunks, and that's what that one does. So this was a short tutorial on the functions of these tools on the sidebar, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching.